appreciate having the conversation, even though technically you wouldn't have to.
We all set? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried.
Okay, not last, but almost last, is the 1 tons. We're 2 down on 1 tons right now. I don't want to get 2 right now. I'd like to look at getting 1. We can then maybe later on look at another one. Right now we've only got a quote for Chevy, which is a 71,999. And we're still waiting on the others for the 1 tons. There is, and then that's gonna be a goofy one. I think I talked to
I
you.
still think we gotta find out. I think we can do it.
Okay, so even though we talked about the whole Dodge thing,
Yeah,
there is a
retracting
Dodge 350 dump truck sitting on the lot right now. That's a 2024.
But we don't want it, we don't want a Ram,
The
we don't want one.
1 tons don't sit and idle like the pickups do for some things. So
Okay,
I guess we're at that point we'd stick our neck out at that if you want
Just
to do
tell them
that.
the price.
The price is 56.
that's the selling point
And
right
that's
there,
already
folks.
built,
Yeah, that's already
ready to go.
ready to
Yeah,
roll.
it's sitting there on the
So the
lot
71 is the cabin chassis for a Chevy
without a box.
without a box. You still have to have a box put on it and the scissor lift and everything for it. But
And what's the estimated cost on that?
it's probably going to push it up to right at 100,000.
Wow.
So see, that
We're-
Ram looks pretty good on
But,
that.
but we can't get it.
But they're not under a
competitive bid.
competitive bid. And so that's, I'm trying to figure out how we go about this legally, because anything over 15, we're supposed to do a competitive bid. These others are all on my deal, which is the competitive bid. They're not a my deal dealer, and they don't have, we've asked them, they don't have a competitive bid like Sourcewell or My Deal, or even if there's another entity, government entity that did a competitive bid with them for that type of vehicle, we could piggyback on it, but they don't have anything like that.
Right.
So we might, I don't know if we need to do a sealed bid and ask them to submit.
Is there potential for another Dodge dealer that would have a comparable vehicle that could give us a?
We've looked
It's
around,
a
not a 2024.
And it's all equipped. But that, my theory is, we already got 1 down, one ton's down. We need another 1 ton right away. That one's available.
Yeah.
If we order them, it's gonna be 8 to 10 months to get one.
Yeah, right, 6 to 8, yeah.
So that's what I'm going on, of not bidding it, but. We might.
My question is
Are we
you know,
legal? Yes.
yes, yeah, are you legal? But you know the competitive bid for the Chevy, a new Chevy is 71.
Yeah.
That's significantly lower than the competitive bid. I don't know how that rolls into still legally being able to just buy it without.
I would think we'd be able to buy it. I mean,
Especially with it being fully equipped
Right,
and ready to go immediately.
I mean,
Now, I believe, I guess I didn't ask them whether they would consider that a used vehicle, being it's a 24. And sometimes the used vehicle can fall under
well, yeah, that's.
different,
There's not a competitive bid on a
Used
used
vehicle.
vehicle.
so.
Right.
I
So-
could buy it and lease it to you.
We still got cheaper than.
So do we know why this fully decked out truck is sitting on this lot and that's a 24?
They've had 2 of them there for, as
Nobody
long as
bought
I
it.
can remember.
Landscapers
One of them bought one, somebody bought one, few months ago.
use them.
that one's still sitting there.
I think one of the Dodge 1 tons that we have now, one of the 2020 or the 2022 was sitting on their lot.
Oh, so we know
Yeah,
this
we did buy
particular
it, yeah.
lot.
And we bought that one,
That's the one right here in
you
Hillsdale.
know,
Oh,
because, you know, I stopped out there, I was looking for another vehicle,
and it was there.
and I'd asked him, and I told former manager about it, and that's how we ended up buying that vehicle.
I think
I don't see no reason.
Bob says he don't wanna go ahead.
We don't want you to go to jail either.
Is there
So I
something,
think I could probably talk to them and see if they'll sell it as a used vehicle.
Okay.
And that's what we did with the High Reach truck. That's 45,000, and that was used and
Okay,
used vehicle with full warranty?
Well, you're talking about, you know, probably at least a $40,000 difference
yeah.
versus, you know, buying a
We could
Chevy.
replace a couple engines if we had to.
Well, that if we can get it right away too.
it's a timing issue also,
Yeah,
between the saving,
yeah,
40%
You
plus
go
the
to
timing
Harbor
issue.
Freight and you buy one of those jump boxes and you put it in the truck.
Back up.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
$100.
So do you need a motion on
You
that,
leave your
or?
lights on.
If you wanna, I guess if you wanna do a motion to see if I can talk to them about getting it bought as a used vehicle for 56,616.
I would move that we purchase the 2024 350 Dodge Dump for $56,616.
There will be the tax and title fees
Plus
and all
plus
that.
tax, titles, and fees,
Well, not
as
tax,
long
We
as
don't pay tax.
but there's title fee and
yeah,
They'll throw that in, I'll
Admin
guarantee
fee.
it.
admin fees they got.
as long as it's legally possible in this manner.
Support.
Hmm,
I gotta stand up.
okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Post same.
You gotta stand up. Notice that's too
Yeah,
long.
stretch it out. Alright,
Alright, I guess my last thing is gonna be, we emailed all the commissioners, the manager job description. And we'd like you to look it over, if there's any changes you'd like to make to it. It's the exact same job description that's been there for a couple of years now, the one I was hired under. And if you'd like to change it, let me know, we can change it, but I would like permission to, as soon as it's set as to where you like it, that you allow us to post for my position. And just for common knowledge, I'm looking to complete my time here somewhere in November. So whether first and whatever, and then I will take my PTO from that point out until it runs out, and
Well, I make a motion we renew your contract.
Me too.
my wife will deny that one.
Oh,
I read the contract, I have no problem with it.
It's very,
it's about the same,
it's very detailed, and I think it's a good,
it's the exact same contract he's got.
Yeah.
it's not a contract, it's a
No,
job
I meant
description, say what
Job
you do.
description, no.
The contract will be something totally separate that you'll
Right.
need to
Yeah.
negotiate.
I agree with you, I misspoke, the job description. Cause you're gonna have to negotiate.
I haven't read it yet, I've been kinda busy.
Can't imagine that, it's tax time.
Exactly.
Good old tax.
Got a week left.
So I guess what I would ask is we'd like to get it, because it's gonna take probably a week to get it posted, and then have it posted for at least 2 weeks, whatever you guys want. And then set up interviews, and, that process is gonna take a while. So I would like to say, if you guys would go over the job description, notify us, good, bad, ugly, change this. We'll get everything set for the 5 of you, and then based off of that, we'll post it.
Well, we give you the permission today,
Yes,
so
the
that,
permission
and
to
if there's
post.
any changes in the next week, we can.
Yep.
So I'll get all 5 concurrents first,
Mhm.
and then,
No, you got mine.
Yeah, I think,
I haven't seen it yet, you're gonna give me a copy before I.
sure will.
I don't think we need a motion for that, do we? Just a
Okay.
consent?
And with all that talking, I think I'm finally done.
I know, I got.
Thank God.
I got sick.
Anything for Bob?
No. Other than I'd like to email of the manager's report.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
I think, Heather may already have sent it to you.
Not your, do you want like Heather's updates, just Heather's
Yes.
updates?
That's what she was talking about. Cause she had, and this time, she added hers and Kevin's together, so it's all on hers, so you'll get one
Okay,
update that has all that on there.
Bob's not on it, but this is what Bob was talking about.
Earlier for Heather's.
So I have a couple questions.
Sure.
Whose responsibility is it to fill potholes on M99 in the city of Hillsdale?
The city.
They're horrible.
Oh, they are.
They're literally horrible.
I'm
Inside the
surprised.
city of Hillsdale and the city of Jonesville, they take care of the state.
They're supposed to.
Well,
I'm surprised Chris hasn't said something to him.
he has a couple times. And I know we've called him a few times saying, hey, it's looking pretty bad. He'll come down and look, and then he'll evidently call him or say something, and then all of a sudden you'll see the patch trucks out there for a while. But
Well, you
Yes.
need to give them another kick in the shins.
we can,
I think,
he has no problem with doing that. He has no problem telling us
right,
when we got something. So
Hillsdale, I think, has got a hot patch or
they
two.
do. They have a hot box.
They sure as hell ain't using it.
No.
Maybe they'll give it to us.
Then another question, so Demers Road, west of South Hillsdale Road, there's 3 tubes, and I had asked at the last meeting when those tubes were put in, because the Woodbridge Township Board had raised that question, they didn't think they'd been in all that long. And so they meet again tonight, and I'd like to be able to put a date on that, so, I don't know, there's something we could get before I leave today.
You say there's 3 tubes?
Yep, they lay side by side.
Okay.
You know, I'm sure, you know, with Eagle, the way it is today, they'll never permit 3 tubes.
Mhm.
There's a lot of water goes down.
Oh, okay, that's what you're talking where there's 3 of them right there together.
Yep.
Not 3 like,
No,
okay.
side by side by side.
Yeah, they don't approve.
Yeah, I don't see that happening anymore.
So that's one of the bridges that was on our request.
Okay.
And so I brought this up at the
For critical bridges.
Woodbridge Township meeting a month ago. One of the board members said, well, those tubes weren't put in there all that long ago. But you know, time has a way of moving faster than we think, so.
It's like these trucks, when I think of a 2003 truck, that's not that old, but it is.
It's 23 years old.
Anything else? No. All right. Township contract. I'm just gonna read off the township. Whitfield, Jefferson, Cambria, and Wright. And these are the,
So I would move that we approve the contracts with the townships that are listed, Smithfield, Jefferson, Cambria, and Wright.
Support.
all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. There's those. They want this. Spend more. Somebody already signed it. Oh, we'll do that for them. Bob, you know we got this.
That's the letter from Amboy Township,
When did we get it?
just, it was last week.
Yeah, it was, or this week.
Well, I assumed that,
Oh, you
I've
got
got
the receipt date.
received March 30th.
well, I
It's
assumed,
stamped on my copy is the,
Well, they sent emails. Those are the emails I printed off, and then they also mailed us a letter.
I assumed that that's why Doug got one.
This was after, you told me about Doug wanting to be on there after we received that.
Right, that's why I thought
yeah, I assume that's
what it
what
was.
he wanted to.
Yeah. So, it'll probably be,
Supposedly, Mr. Whitworth never got notification, or he'd have been here today. Put him on the schedule. He sent me a text
oh, he just texted me and said, put me on the schedule, and I did.
an hour ago, yeah, he never got confirmation.
So we should put on
That's
the
why he wasn't here.
next board meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it next board meeting.
So, when are you guys gonna call him or let him know that he will be on next meeting?
I can let him
I
know,
We'll put him on next meeting.
and that's
That is on, yes, the 23rd.
23rd.
okay. 10:10.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
What was his topic?
with Diane.
Late night. What?
Well, he wanted me to cover something with you, and I was trying to get, he must be in meetings or something. Trying to get what he wanted me to cover with you.
Yeah,
We got some things going on down there.
Yeah, he can just, I know what he's talking about. Yeah.
They never confirmed with him that he would be there, he runs a business.
Yeah.
That would have been
He's
my
stretched
mistake.
thinner than any of these guys, probably except for Bob, they put together.
Yeah, he didn't, that was my fault, because he texted me. And he just said, put me on the agenda. I thought, well, okay, so I put him on the agenda.
Done.
You should have sent him the finger back then, he'd
Yeah.
have
I probably should
been
have.
here. That guy's stretching your number one.
If I get a chance, I'll text him and tell him that.
I think you signed all of
Yeah, I'll
those.
cover up with him too.
I already signed those. Yep.
You signed?
Yes, he signed them. Mike signed them, that's why there's one signature
Oh,
space.
okay.
Yep, they're all signed. You on that file. Got a lot of files.
I know.
Make
Thank you,
those
Don.
two be signed, yeah.
No, he got them
No.
last,
Okay.
cause he gave me his pile of what he signed first, I thought. And then there was
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're all done now.
Okay. Now we're up to, I think, public comment. Any more comment? Yeah.
So, going back to the Heartwood deal where you're gonna fix roads they messed up, is, Trunk Road on that list of roads that they're wanting to? I know they've got two projects that use that road for both sides as well.
I don't think I heard him say Trump
It
Road.
is Cronk Road, yes,
Okay.
from Bean to Johnson.
So, I'm wondering on that, instead of putting gravel down, is it possible for the township to pay the difference and put limestone down? Fix it with that instead of gravel?
Sure.
Cause that's one of the roads we've looked at doing part of anyway.
To be honest with you, I think we ought to get a hold of them and say, okay, you're wanting to, they originally wanted to do limestone
Yeah.
because of the cost, but do gravel on these, but this township would like, because it's already limestone, they like gravel here, and they may just.
Maybe that, I'm just thinking,
But if not, yes, we would,
I get more complaints on that gravel
sure.
than nobody complains about the limestone, so I'm just looking at the phone calls I'll get probably.
You're trying to eliminate phone calls, aren't
Well, yeah,
you?
guess that's the only question I can think of I had there was that one. I thought it was something else, but I don't remember what it was now, so. If I remember, I'll call you or come back next time.
Just call.
I'll do that, I got your number.
I know.
Anybody else?
This guy right here.
Sure.
Kircher Road area. I was in a month ago complaining a few things about water, standing water. Guys come down, did a lot of grading, did a big improvement on it, but we still got pockets of considerable standing water. And those mud holes just don't wanna dry. We need to do something to get rid of the water, cause it's just gonna be ongoing and ongoing and ongoing.
Where is that between again, what two roads?
Kircher Road's only a mile long, it's between Cambria Road and Woodbridge Road. On the Cambria side, there's a culvert that goes north to south across Kircher. That one end is crushed, and every time it rains, it just starts carving up the road for water going across. So they need to do something with that culvert there. And then on Cambria, just north of Kircher, there's a gentleman, an Amish guy, that has a house up on a hill, and you guys come down, looked like you dug out some dirt, but you laid a lot of round stone down. Somebody got into that stone and got stuck, cause there's like a big rut there. And that stone just I don't think it's the proper type of stone. I think they should have put like a limestone, something that would pack, cause when you get that stone, it just wants to roll down. It looks like you guys took a backhoe, and made it like.
Was that like a bank run
Yeah,
gravel, not a crushed?
Yeah, it's just like a little round stone about the size of, a little bit smaller than a marble maybe.
And where was that at?
Cambria Road, just south of Camden Road and just north of Kircher Road, so it's, I don't know, in the middle there. There's a bridge there, the St. Mary's or St. Joe, whatever that is there, the river. And cause that water was kind of flowing in there, and then when we had the thaw, it just washed out the road and washed out a big chunk. It looked like somebody took an excavator, dug some dirt out, but then they tried to fill the missing road back in with that round gravel. And yeah, there's a red flag, and somebody stuck some big tree limbs so that you don't get into the gravel, because you're gonna lose it. So yeah, that's the two problems that I wanted to get addressed, because other than that, you guys took care of the problem down there by the creek where we had some black muck coming up. You filled that in really well, so I'm grateful for that, 'cause that was becoming a real bad hazard for the cars, buggies, because we had another guy who just broke a buggy wheel here not too long ago, so that's like 3 buggy wheels here in the last month or so. So yeah, they're snapping axles pretty bad because of the chuck holes, so you guys gonna have to hopefully get the grader out to really get in and start straightening up them potholes, because it's bad in certain areas. So, and the other question would be Camden Road, between 49 and Hillsdale. You guys have any idea if you're gonna pave that anytime soon? I know you went down and patched the horse rot that was there.
Yeah, that was an experiment there actually, but.
Part of it worked good and part of it didn't. And I don't know if it was because of operator error, material error, or just the hole wasn't as deep. Because it looked like where the deep parts were, it settled in pretty good. But where it was shallow, it just kind of broke up and come out. But yeah, when it first went down, I'm like, oh, this is nice, and then, but like I said,
Facing away.
yeah, part of it broke up.
And to be honest, that was a safety issue. We were just trying to fix it. And
I'll
so,
tell you guys had a lot of good comments from me and all the neighbors in the area, the Amish, because it's like, man, we can actually drive without our false teeth not falling out, so, but like I said, part of it was just, really good, and the parts
it
of
must
it
be
weren't.
related to the lady that called and complaining about her dentures getting knocked out.
I'm just, so the question I was getting asked by all my Amish neighbors, if you guys were gonna, maybe in the future, sometime soon, get on Camden Road, just repave the whole thing.
Right now, no, but.
Because I know there's a lot of sections of roads that have been paved twice, and I've only lived in my house going on 13 years, and they've been done twice, and Camden Road there has never been touched, in 13 years. So I'm just kind of curious myself, because that road's getting pretty bad.
To intercede on that, I was told by one of the bishops on that road when you guys come out there, that they offered cash on the barrelhead to do a much better job on that road. Was there any truth to that? That's what I was told. And I said, how much is that cash on the barrelhead? And they said $200,000.
Absolutely not.
I'm just checking, because that's I was told face to face that they would buy in on fixing that road.
What bishop?
And I got well, I'm not gonna say their name, because I don't put anybody on the spot unless I have to. But, I can't do it. I just can't do it. But anyway, I had a witness stood right
If
there.
any of them are willing to participate like that, come see us and we can.
Okay.
work something out.
We can make it work.
I'm telling you, they would like to see a better job. And the people I'm talking about, I know all of them down through there, and they, I get them quite a few jobs, and I think they're pretty respectable as part of the Miller crew. They seem to be a pretty decent bunch right there. So, I'll let them know. Because it is this, which.
It's not just Amish.
What
Anybody
you put
wants to
down
give
there,
us money,
guys are
well,
chipping off. Well, you gotta come in retrospect, pay taxes forever, even though the tax is structured not to produce anything good for the future in this state. I'm all about tax rebates myself. I'll pay for your roads, but damn it, I don't wanna pay taxes.
One other thing on the brine, are they gonna contact this place directly, you directly, how's that gonna work if you guys wanna call in and have brine done for a
If they
while?
want, if a resident wants an extra brine done, call us.
Okay. And what kind of time, limit or whatever projection you'll have, like, cause I know like a lot of the Amish, they wanna get done, like when they're gonna have a wedding, come down and do it, and I know $500, yeah, they'd pay that in drop of a hat, you know, it's just.
We wanna be able to look at the road and if need be grade the road first before we
Alright.
put the brine down.
'Cause I just
So we need a
dropped,
little bit of time to,
I just dropped a bunch of Amish off in Quincy this morning for a wedding, and some of them were kinda up there in their seats, you know, and I could say, hey, you guys need to start doing this, cause there's gonna be a bunch of weddings coming up. So I'll let them know so they can spread the word, get a hold of you and work with you to get the brining done.
and actually, still live in Jackson, and Jackson graded the roads the other day, Pine Road,
Mhm.
it's a dust bowl. I mean,
Well, they graded
from
mine the
everything
other
being
day.
wet now, it's a dust bowl.
Yeah,
And,
Yeah, the pines come to the top.
yeah.
okay,
Cool, thank you.
Anything else?
I remember what the other thing was. I live on 12, right by Duck Lake Road, and years ago, they put a passing lane in there, and it ends just east of my driveway, about 10 foot. And you have people come, or people turn on Duck Lake Road, and they come around that thing running 50 mile an hour or whatever, and there's some chuck holes right there by where the extra lane starts. I've taken my tractor and just graded some of the shoulder dirt back into it, but maybe a day or two later,
Right back out.
it's right back like it was, and I've had people hit my mailbox because they lose control, come into the yard and different stuff like that. So, if I was to do something myself, I mean, can I do that? What should I use, or is that something the county
we'd
would
rather
do?
you don't, just call us on that and
Okay,
we'll,
all right,
that's something our
Call
state
who?
crews. Call Karen at the front desk, she'll put in the service request,
Okay.
and that way we can track that service request.
all right, appreciate it.
For state roads or,
It's US highway,
yes.
okay.
Anything else? If not, we can stand adjourned. Thank you. Thanks for coming, guys.